India will allot spectrum for satellite broadband administratively and not via auctions. This was communicated by the Communications Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia on Tuesday. Now, this development came amid suggestions from India's two biggest telcos for bids to be held on spectrum rights. Satellite services in India are set to grow 36% a year to reach $1.9 billion by 2030, according to various estimates.
Telecom Act of 2023, which was passed in December of last year, has very clearly put this in Schedule 1, which means that for SATCOM, spectrum will be allocated administratively. Now, that does not mean that spectrum does not come without a cost. What that cost is and what the formula of that costing is going to be will not be decided by you or me, it will be decided by TRAI. Satellite spectrum across the world is allocated administratively. So India is not doing anything different from the rest of the world. Conversely, if you do decide to auction it, then you will be doing something which is different from the rest of the world.
In fact, Bti AEL chairman Sunil Bharti Mittal had suggested that SATCOM providers targeting urban areas and elite retail customers should be subject to the same rule as telecom companies, including spectrum auctions. However, for providers aiming to connect remote, unserved areas, Mittal supported administrative allocation of satellite spectrum. This is what Airtel said. Satellite operators who want to provide services to urban areas and retail customers indeed need to go through the regular licensing process of any country, and in this case, India, to obtain a license, buy the spectrum, undertake all the obligations, including rollout and security, pay the license fees and taxes, and they would be welcomed by the telecom fraternity. Now, what adds another dimension to this situation is Elon Musk's Starlink and Amazon's, who are also aiming for the Indian satellite spectrum pie. The response from the minister came hours after Musk said that a move by India to auction satellite broadband spectrum and not allocate it would be unprecedented. He was reacting to a Reuters story about billionaire Mukesh Ambani lobbying for the auction route. After Musk's criticism, the Indian government on Tuesday said that it will allot spectrum for satellite broadband administratively and not via auction. Now, the debate over how to distribute spectrum for satellite services in India has been contentious since last year. Starlink and global players like Amazon support administrative allocation, while Ambani advocates for an auction process. The battle for satellite networks in India becomes interesting because it would shape the future how we communicate not only as individuals but also as a country. Why is satellite networks so important? You might wonder. Now, for the uninitiated, satellite spectrum consists of radio frequencies used for satellite communications. The International Telecommunication Union, a United Nations agency, allocates these frequencies for various services. India is a member of the ITU and has signed its treaty. Now, terrestrial networks like the ones which we use daily are used for services like cellular networks, Wi-Fi and landline telephones. They're of course faster, have low latency than satellites, but can only be used on the Earth's surface. Satellite communication is used in Internet of Things, IoTs, broadcasting, weather forecasting, remote area communication where terrestrial networks can't be expanded. So you see, satellite networks are extremely important and crucial. In fact, the GPS, which we use on our mobile phones for location, is satellite based. The most important one, in case of a natural calamity or bad weather, satellite networks act as a backup. Now, after the telecom minister's announcement, everyone is keenly watching Jio's next move. This is a developing story, and as the battle for satellite rights heats up, we at Mint shall keep you posted on the future developments. If you like this video, please share it and please subscribe to Live Mint.